Welcome to another episode of Freedom on Fire. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Colin Kaepernick, all the time I get that name wrong, got his fame at first for being a stellar quarterback with the San Francisco 49ers fans. Shout out to my nephews, Fred Watley and Jason Watley, and their dad, Fred Sr., may he rest in peace, who are rabid, die-hard fans of the 49ers, and also my ex-girlfriend, Katrina Riddick. He got his fame as being a stellar quarterback. But Colin Kaepernick, knowing that person that he is, decided that since I got a center of influence and I have a platform and nobody is really doing anything about police brutality, police domineering, and extra control of the police department in the community versus the community having extra control over the police department, I'm going to stand up. And his method of standing up was just doing quiet, peaceful protests and speaking out after an event. Now, this made a whole bunch of people ticked off. They turned the situation from protest, or they tried, it wasn't successful. They turned it from protesting police brutality, police domineering, and abuse of power into a unpatriotic thing. Now, I've been down this rabbit trail before. I said nobody should be putting their hand over their heart, singing the national anthem in its current form with that third verse. Most people just sing the first verse, and it seems patriotic. But once you dig deeper into the national anthem, it is not an anthem of freedom and equality, because it talks a lot about slavery. And I always tell you my opinion is that we should say in our Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under love, because God is love. And there's so many people, their view of God is skewed. So I think it would be right to say one nation under love, because in Scripture it says God is love. And it put people mindset into the area of loving one another versus dominating one another. One nation under love. And me personally, I think the national anthem should be called America the Beautiful. That is a patriotic song. Oh, beautiful. For spacious skies. Now, what it has to do with Colin Kaepernick? Well, his influence as a activist, his influence as a professional athlete, which we have a lot of professional athletes that have been activists, such as Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown. In Time magazine, in USA Today magazine, it said Colin Kaepernick is a finalist for Time Person of the Year. You know who also would love to be on Time magazine? That's right, our post, President of the United States, Donald Trump. But he is a finalist for Time Person of the Year, Colin Kaepernick. It's a free agent quarterback. Colin Kaepernick was announced Monday as one of the 10 candidates for Time's Person of the Year for 2017. Kaepernick, who last played for the San Francisco 49ers in 2016, joins President Donald Trump, Special Counsel Robert Mueller, and the Me Too movement, among others. On the short list for recognition each year, the magazine strives to identify the person or group of people who most influenced the news during the past year, for better or worse. Now, you just read recently that Time magazine is, if it hasn't been purchased already, with Koch brothers funding. But that has nothing to do with this article. Trump was recognized by the magazine in 2016. And German Chancellor Angela Merkel was it in 2015 recipient. Time will announce its latest Person of the Year on Wednesday. Now, Obama been in there I don't know how many times. Kaepernick was the first NFL player to take a knee during the national anthem last year, describing it as a means of protesting police brutality and racial inequality in the United States. He became a free agent in March and has yet to sign with the NFL team this season, prompting him to file a collusion grievance against the NFL owner, and rightfully so. Colin Kaepernick says human rights cannot be compromised as he accepts the ACLU award. So I guess he was awarded the ACLU award and he won it. And he says human rights cannot be compromised. Kaepernick's initial protests have sparked a wave of related demonstrations, particularly after Trump in September used the expletive to describe those who kneeling during the anthem. He called those people, and excuse my term, sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. That's a bitch is a female dog. So he literally called anybody who's stand in protest or take a knee in silence, peacefully, calling their mothers dogs. Great job, Mr. President. Great job. And you wonder why people don't like you. And you wonder why your approval rating is so low. It's time for you to get some class and dignity and stop being a bully. But some people in America like a bully president. He's a bully president. He don't take no stuff. He say what he want to say, do what he want to do. That's the definition of a bully. The protests have continued to draw the ire of Trump, who views them as unpatriotic and disrespectful to the military. And let me stop here. You who found some way to get out of the draft so you won't serve in the military, got the nerves to talk about the military, doc? In my eyesight, in my view, yes, you are the POTUS, but you definitely shouldn't be the commander of the chief of the military that you were too afraid to serve in. Well, I served in the military academy, but you never served as a soldier. That's besides the point. He most recently called the NFL weak and out of control. Weak and out of control. How is the NFL weak and out of control? Because they're not really pressing hard on people's ability to protest. That is the fabric of America, that we can protest the wrongs that have been done in this country, Mr. President. And you call them weak? And you call the NFL out of control? You who could not even control your own team in another league and tried to go up against the NFL and lost your case. Kaepernick made a rare public appearance at the ACLU event Sunday and is expected to be in New York on Tuesday night tonight to accept an award from Sports Illustrated. All right, so the bottom line is Colin Kaepernick, in my view, is a great American hero. American hero can stand up against opposition, stand up against feedback, stand up against pushback when things are wrong, and stand his ground and take a firm stand and willing not to compromise about it. That is a real hero. Most of the people in Capitol Hill, they're compromisers. Donald Trump, in some case, compromised. So a real hero do not compromise. They say, give me this or don't give me nothing at all. I remember the quote of one so-called patriotic leader who said, I think it was Patrick Henry, said, give me liberty or give me death. In other words, I'm willing to die for this. I'm not going to move off of this. And that's the type of person Colin Kaepernick is. People said, would he stop kneeling if they offered him a contract? As you can see, he's not stopping at all. He's moving full forward. Now, if you actually look into this gentleman's life, he's done a lot for the communities of America. A lot. poured a lot of money, invested a lot of money in the underprivileged community of America, more than most of these people in Capitol Hill and at the White House has ever done. Do I think he deserved to be on Time magazine? Absolutely. Do I think he should be there above Mueller and President Trump? You doggone right. Because here's a man who got conviction, has courage, and is willing to die for what he believed in, not to duck and run whenever a war is about to take place. He gets in the middle of it and fight it. So, congratulations, Colin Kaepernick, for being one of the finalists for Time magazine cover guy of the year, person of the year. I hope you get it. It sends a strong signal for that platform that you're standing on. It put it on another level. Now, whether you get put on the magazine or not, we're not going to stop. We're going to continue to go with the flow when it comes to police brutality and police domineering, or as some people say in my neighborhood, officers stand for overseer, and we got them in all colors. Hey, I was married to a former NYPD cop. Sex is I don't know what, but mean is. In my case, there was times when she was sweet. There was times when she was mean. But the thing about police officers, and I work with a lot of them, and I love them. There's some people who not only, they don't just have the job of being this, they literally become this. And that's where we get to the point where we need more things taking place for us, making sure that there's a strong, courteous, kindness, respectful policy in not just law enforcement, but every area of society, every sector of society. All right, so Bob TV, Freedom on Fire.
Hey, this is your boy Bob TV with Freedom on Fire and Rob Report. I want to thank you for watching the webcast. Make sure you share these segments all across your social media network. Like and share, subscribe, and maybe invite a couple other people to do the same thing. You make the difference. I also want to thank you for those who support this channel through Patreon, whether it's 50 cents to $50 million. It goes right back into what we do here. So like the lights that you're looking at right now, that's because of something that you did. So I really appreciate it. I want to thank my man Vegimatic for the Blue Yeti mic, one of the top microphones out right now. He knew I needed the mic, so he blessed me with it. So all of you guys make the difference into this channel growing, and I really want to appreciate you for that. Also, by all means, again, continue to share your comments at the bottom of each video. Just don't get so visceral to the people who may disagree with me or may disagree with you. This calling out name stuff, that's not for this channel. So please try not to call people names, personal names. Now you can call some of the stuff they talk about crap. I say that, but just don't attack people personally. Words really hurt when you start attacking people personally, because these people really believe these things, and you're not gonna take away their belief by calling them names. So please don't do that on this channel. But nevertheless, I appreciate you guys. We're shooting for 2,000 now, so I need your help. So as my pastor would say, reach one, teach one. I mean, let's reach out. You got the information. Make sure you share with other people and try to get them to subscribe to the channel so we can grow and expand. I'm Bob TV, Freedom on Fire, Rob Report. Peace.